Welcome to our very first episode of Tiger Sports Report, where we talk about everything BA sports. I'm Lily, and I'm here with
Case Medlock.
And today we're sliding straight into home plate with some of our very own softball standouts. Third baseman, Macy Flouche, and catcher slash first baseman, Casey Denny. Welcome to the podcast, guys.
Thank you.
Now, let's get the recap for the softball season going. I know the Lady Tigers went 28-7 and ended the season at state, but we did make the regionals. Casey, I know you're a senior. How did you view coming into the season? Like, what was your mental stage with this?
Yeah, I think it was super bittersweet, like knowing it was my last season, but mostly just excited, knowing that I got to cherish every moment with the girls. And like some of the girls, I've been playing with them for about 6 years, so the bonds are just, they've been built super close and personal. So just super loving and excited to spend it with the girls.
And I know, Macy, this is your junior year. How are you feeling about state not necessarily going how you thought it would, but getting to go into next season with a little more passion there?
Yeah, it was super sad, like losing at state, obviously, not how we planned it to go, but I feel like it just fuels us for next season, like knowing what it feels like to be there and knowing what we have to do, like how to work to get there again. And hopefully it's a better outcome than it was this year.
What is your team dynamic? What is the locker room feel like after a win or a loss or through adversity?
Yeah, I think the team is super close. We do lots of team bonding activities and just things that build up that relationship for all of us. And I think after a game, we're all super hype in the locker room. It's just a really positive environment. And after a loss, we're all good at being there for each other and just having each other's backs as much as we need to.
Macy, now you?
I mean, after a win, it's obviously super fun in the locker room. Everybody's so excited, very hyped, like excited to go to tomorrow. And then I feel like after a loss, it's not like sad or depressing. We're more like, okay, well, now that we've lost, we have to come back tomorrow and do it all again and be better than we were today.
And I think that's a great mentality you guys have, just sticking together and keeping it a tight bond. But would you say you feel the same way with your coaches? Like, does the coaching staff how do they help you on and off the field?
Yeah, I'd say they help us a lot. They're very encouraging, like during practice, especially during games, and then like after practice, like staying and helping us. Like if we're struggling, they're very like they want us to stay after to help us, and they're what is the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't know, they're always just willing to stay and help us, like, do whatever we want to do or whatever we need to do to feel confident for the next day.
Yeah, I agree. I think they have like lots of good advice for us. Like win or loss, they always come to us with like things we can do better and things that we did super good. And I think like it's just important that they're there for us and they have that bond with us. Um, a lot of the times if we do struggle, then Coach King is really good about being like, this is just one game and tomorrow's a new day. And I think remembering just that simple line helps everybody reset that mentality for the next day.
Now, let's jump back to the beginning. What really made you fall in love with softball? Was it a person? Did you watch a TV show or a game? What made you fall in love with the sport?
So I have two older sisters who both played softball. My middle sister played the longest. So growing up being like a ballpark sibling, I was always running around and just always surrounded by softball. So that was a big part. And then also my dad, he played baseball. He got to go play at Seminole in college. So just seeing like him take his love for the sport to the next level was super encouraging growing up. And even though I know I kind of don't want to take um my level to that next level, it's just like it's cool to see that like growing up with that surrounding me was just super inspiring.
Um, I got into softball because my older brother played baseball, like, all while I was growing up. I was at the fields every single weekend just watching him, and obviously being a little sister, I wanted to be just like my older brother, so of course I got into softball, and I just wanted to be like him, so and then it just stuck with me.
And I know you say being you wanted to be like your older brother. What What team did your older brother play for?
He played for a lot of different teams. He actually played for the BA high school, and then he went to a few different colleges. Like he transferred around, but
Well, I just have a quick question. Do you guys remember your guys' first game?
yeah. I actually played coach pitch, I think, and my dad was one of the coaches, and I had a pink little helmet, and we were called Impact, and I don't really remember anything about the game. I just remember my dad being the coach and having a bright pink helmet that everybody could see.
Yeah, I'm I have such bad memory. I know my first team was red, and I always had, like, pink, equipment, so that's, like, a core memory for me, but then I'm pretty sure my first team was Crush, and we were red, and it was coach pitch, so nobody really knows what they're doing. We're all just, like, running around, playing random positions, so that's the fun of it.
What is something people don't understand about softball or the position you play?
Yeah, I think softball can be, underlooked. There's definitely a lot of things that go into it, especially for me for being a catcher. It's so much more than just catching a pitcher. It's talking to your pitcher in between each pitch, making sure that she stays in the right mindset and stays confident, and then also being that voice for the whole field, knowing what each position has to do so you can yell that out in the middle of the situation. So definitely having that IQ, the game IQ, is a big part of the position for catching.
Yeah, I would say softball is a little underlooked for like we have so many games in a season that we're playing like 3, 4, or 5 games a week, sometimes 2 or 3 in a day. And it's just like very like you have to stay like locked into the game the whole entire time when games can be like up to 2 hours and you have to like pay attention every single pitch and like know what you're gonna do if the ball gets hit at you, like know what the situation is all of the time. And sometimes it can get very exhausting, very tiring to come back every single day and have to do it over and over again, but it's all worth it at the end.
And I know, like, it's hard to be in sports that are overlooked, especially being girls in sports that are overlooked. And I think that's a great thing that you guys are playing softball and showing people that there's other sports for girls that we can play. And I definitely think that's a very empowering thing. But my thing is what was your guys' biggest struggle in softball? Like mentally, physically, emotionally, all of that.
For me, I struggled with some mental blocks, I would say. Growing up, I always loved softball, and I just loved the environment and the friendships that come out of it, and that's still the same. But I do think softball always comes with like lots of wins personally, but also lots of like defeats. And it's very easy to feel defeated or to feel discouraged. But I think that's why it's so important to have such a strong team bond and team dynamic because we're all there for each other. We all know how it feels and everybody's pretty much done it before, whatever mistake that you've made. So I think definitely like the mental side is super hard, and there's just so much more to softball than having the physical ability to play the game. So
Yeah, I would say I've definitely struggled with burnout before. Like, we don't really get a break unless it's like December. And so I definitely struggle with feeling burnt out and feeling like I do the same thing every single day
yeah,
and having to come and do it like every single day and never feeling like I have a life outside of softball. It's all like feeling like I don't have time to hang out with friends or I feel a little excluded at sometimes because I'm always at softball. But
hmm
so I definitely would say I struggle with burnout, but my teammates definitely make it like worth it. Like having going to practice every day and seeing my teammates makes all of it worth it and makes me feel a whole lot better.
We are going on a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Hey Tiger fans, this year Broken Arrow is going cashless for all home varsity games.
That means all tickets are sold through GoFan. No paper tickets needed.
Debit and credit cards are still accepted at the gate.
But we still encourage you to download the GoFan app.
Have your tickets on your phone before you arrive so you can get through the gates faster.
And don't worry, our BA ticketing team will activate your ticket at the gate.
This is the fast way to get in and skip the lines.
Remember to have your tickets ready on your phone.
Go cashless and see you at the game.
Oh, I got my order wrong. This is me, Jessica. And this is Jessica, not my coffee. And my friend said, oh, wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
Welcome back from commercial break. We're here at their Lady Tigers to talk about their dreams and their inspirations on the future. If you could play anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
I think so. I've already played in Florida before, and although it's super hot, I think it's so rewarding to like have a super tough day or a hard game and get to go like to the beach with your friends or with a teammate, with all your teammates. I think it's super fun just to like have that bonding after, and like I just love the beach, so I feel like that was always the best times when I got to do that.
I would say probably Hall of Fame Stadium in Oklahoma City, even though I get to play there quite often. It's just like feels so special to be able to play on the same field as the College World Series because all of the best softball players in the world get to play on that exact same field, and you get to just play on it the same field as them.
And I know it's kind of we've been talking about teammates, teams, everybody that's giving you inspiration, but what would be your dream teammate?
I would say probably my dream teammate is Ari because we get to play right next to each other. Obviously, she plays shortstop and I played third, and we the whole game we're just like talking back and forth about everything that's going on, like joking around the whole game. And even in the dugout, she's so fun to be around, and like she's like the ultimate like hype woman. She'll always like hype you up in the dugout if you're struggling. She's always like there for you and will like do anything to make you feel better. And so
Yeah, I think my friend Allison, we both play catcher. So I think she's really good at holding me accountable, and she's just so relatable and so fun to be around. We grew up playing together on the same team since like probably the fifth grade. So it's like having that close bond. Like I feel like she's like as close as like a sister of mine or whatever. So I feel like having someone who has so many similarities to me on the field, like with the position and the struggles that we both go through, I think it makes me feel like we just understand each other on another level.
If you could give one piece of advice to a younger version of you, what would it be?
I think I would just say just enjoy all the time that you have left. I think it can be so easy to be like, "Oh, I have such like a long week ahead of me of playing," or um just so many games this week, and I think it's important to remember like it's just not going to be like this forever, and it's going to end at some point. And so now that I've finished off this last season of mine, I feel like if I could go back and just enjoy all those moments and take it all in um another time around just in a better way, I feel like that would be my best advice.
yeah, I would definitely say something similar, like just to take every single moment in and take everything in that you possibly can and not take any moment or game for granted because I remember me being a little freshman and being like, "Oh, I still have 4 years left," and now next season I'm going into my senior year, and it's my last one, and it feels like just yesterday I was a little freshman.
And I know we've been talking about dreams, inspirations, but we haven't necessarily brought up what do you see your guys' selves? Like, what's your future? What's your journey next?
Hopefully in my future I'm playing college softball. I'm definitely working to get to the next level, and I hope I get to commit and do that one day, and hopefully all my hard work pays off and I get to go to the next level.
Yeah, as far as playing in softball, I don't think that's really what I see myself doing. I'm already kind of working toward like a future career and all things like that. So I'm hoping that I can pursue that and get super serious about my future career, like in the medical field. And I mean, I'm hoping when I'm older, I can join like a adult slow pitch team. I feel like I've always thought about that being so fun. So hopefully, something like that will come across my path.
What do you want to do in the medical field?
So right now I go to Tulsa Tech and I'm getting my CNA certification this semester. So I'll test in December and I'm hoping either nursing or radiology. My mom's a speech therapist, and like growing up in the nursing homes, I was always there around everybody. So I feel like just kind of devoting my life to being a caregiver was always something that I was interested in. So
I really understand that. My mom's an ER doctor, so I feel like we have a good connection with that.
Yeah.
Do you know what you wanna do for your future career?
I honestly have no idea. I don't know what I want to major in yet, but I'm leaning towards something like in engineering, maybe. My dad's an engineer, and I feel like me and him are very similar, like very alike. And I feel like, I don't know, that's something I could see myself going into.
Well, I think those are very cool careers and very, like, well aspirated careers. And I think we should jump into some fun, silly questions. So we're gonna do a little rapid fire fun and see how that goes. Case, do you want to start us off?
What is like your favorite pregame hype song? Like get you amped up or hyped up for the game.
I feel like we have, like, our team has a
have a
lot.
bunch, yeah. We
We're,
kind of listen to the same playlist, I feel
we're always like blasting music while before the games, but I feel like
Yeah.
one that I like is the Sandman one.
Yeah. Or definitely whenever like Love comes on, everybody's screaming it, or Stay by Rihanna. Everybody's screaming it. So there's a couple that are just funny.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people who play basketball show up at Canes for their
Oh, gosh.
post game meals, pre-game meals sometimes. What's your guys' post game meal?
Definitely
Slims.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people go to 3 tequilas after
Oh yeah,
our games
Mexican.
or before.
Yeah, I think Mexican. If it's like a sit down, definitely Mexican. But
Yeah.
I do notice like a lot of the girls on the team love Slim's chicken. Slim chicken. Yeah.
What would you prefer, early morning practice or a late night practice?
Yeah, as much as I dread like waking up early, I think getting it over with is just it feels like you've accomplished something big, you know. You get to go home and you feel like um, you know, you just worked out. You feel great. You get to go home and relax. So I it's definitely better to like get it over with rather than wait all day and be like, okay, well I want to do this, but I have practice tonight. So it's good to get out of the way, I think.
Yeah, I do love like early morning practices, but something about like hitting or like doing stuff while like there's a sunset in the background. I don't know. I just love it.
Sadly, this podcast has to come to an end. It was very amazing getting to see into our Lady Tigers softball. How do you guys feel?
I'm just so grateful that we got to talk about it, and thank you for having us.
For having us.
You guys are welcome. Now, tune in for our next episode with Lady Tigers Volleyball, and until then, see you.